Hello guys, welcome back to the channel. In today's video I'm going to be talking about the Golden State Warriors and if they can still make the playoffs this season. Now this season the NBA has introduced the 7 through 10 playoff format which will give the 10th and 9th seed an opportunity to make the playoffs. Now the Golden State Warriors currently sit in the 8th spot, right in the thick of it, with a 33 and 32 record, which was boosted by a win over the Pelicans recently, 123 to 108. Warriors coach Steve Kerr has sensed the urgency as he's told his playoffs, I quote, "The playoffs start now," and he also said the playoffs could end now. Now it's likely that the Warriors will make it at least the play-in tournament. Now Golden State have been rather lackluster this season as Klay Thompson has been out with injury. Stephen Curry has been his usual self, carrying the Warriors pretty much, with a stat line of 31 points per game, 49% from the field, 5.5 rebounds and 5.8 assists in just over 34 minutes per game. It's very usual for Curry to put up these MVP caliber numbers, and had the Warriors had Klay Thompson this season and their record was better, he would very well be a very highly thought of candidate for the MVP. But with his team sitting in the 8th seed currently, that doesn't look likely. However, even the Warriors superstar seems worried about their playoffs chances. Stephen Curry's expressed his concern and isn't quite confident of his team making the playoffs, and this came up following a loss to the Minnesota Timberwolves, who have been bottom feeders for the best part of the season and many years prior. And with their impressive rookie center James Wiseman out, the Warriors are losing a lot of length in the inside and a lot of height too. And at the trade deadline, the Golden State Warriors shed salary by saying goodbye to Marquise Chris, who is one of their, again, lengthier players. And following that infamous loss against the Timberwolves, where the Warriors were out-rebounded and out-muscled on the inside, the need for a new center has become apparent, and their lack of size and length has been exposed. The Warriors have an open roster spot, so they can use this as the season approaches its end to bring in some height, or just use a 10-day contract to see how they like the fit of a certain player. Now, it remains to be seen if the Warriors would stick with their three-point shooting mentality with the center they get, or if they simply just want someone who can play 20 minutes a night and get some rebounds. Thon Maker is available along with Ian Mahimi, and Greg Monroe is another notable center available. Myers Leonard is also available and would fit the three-point shooting role, however isn't the best rebounder and also has his issue regarding his anti-Semitic slur. The reason why I bring that up is that the Warriors could very well make the playoffs through the play-in, but they're not going to be going far with a lack of length, as many teams, or many top-tier teams that are contending this season in the Western Conference, have ample height and would just dominate the Warriors. And the example of the Timberwolves, who are second last in the Western Conference and boss them on the boards, shows enough that is wrong with the Warriors at this point. The Golden State Warriors as a team have an offensive rating of 109.6, which is 23rd best in the league. However, on the defensive end, they have a defensive rating of 109.7, which is one of the better ones in the league. However, could be skewed due to the perimeter abilities of their team, and it doesn't necessarily take into account their struggles defending on the interior. In a finish to the season which is largely in their own hands, the Golden State Warriors will play against the New Orleans Pelicans away, and then finish out the season with 6 home games, with 2 being against OKC, 1 against Utah, 1 against Phoenix, 1 against New Orleans, and then the final one against Memphis, which could be key for setting home court for the play-in. All signs point to them splitting those games either 4-3 or 3-4, which would definitely be enough to secure them a spot in the play-in. However, the teams that are most likely to make the play-in are the Spurs, Grizzlies, the Warriors themselves, and it could be a toss-up between Portland, Dallas, or LA. But with LA's win over the Denver Nuggets today, it looks like the Lakers will be safe from the play-in. However, it looks likely at this point that Portland will be taking the 7th spot in the West, which will leave them in the play-in. Now let's go through quickly how the Golden State Warriors match up against the likely opponents in the play-in. If they were to play against San Antonio, they have enough star power to overthrow them. However, it's worth noting that DeJounte Murray could do a job on Curry, and that could restrict a lot of their offensive output. Now, the Memphis Grizzlies are another team that is a likely opponent for the Golden State Warriors in the play-in. Now, they're largely balanced with Ja Morant being their best player, and it looks like the Warriors again would have enough star power to beat them. So then beating one of those two teams would secure them a spot as Portland a 7th, and they wouldn't have to worry about playing them. Overall, I think that it is important for the Warriors to make the playoffs, and I think it is something that they will be able to do in the end, because having Stephen Curry makes them just a better team overall than the other two competitors, which is Memphis and San Antonio, is they'll beat them with star power, and I currently see a world where Curry, with a fairly decent supporting cast, doesn't make the playoffs. So I personally think that the Golden State Warriors will be able to make the playoffs through the play-in, and they'll match up against most likely Phoenix or Utah in the first round, and will probably go down in 5 to 6 games, with Curry being enough to clinch them a couple. Now, if you like this video, guys, don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. Uh, Thank you guys for watching. Have a good day or night whenever you're watching this. And yeah, peace out, guys. See you for the next video. Goodbye.